this RavenDB database, I loaded 2.23 million recipes. Each one of these recipes has a title, ingredients, and directions for preparing. I would like to search for something Italian to prepare for dinner this evening. One way to do it would be classical keyword matching. So I would take word Italian, I would perform the search over all these titles, and the database would return back to me all recipes where the word Italian appears within the title of the recipe. Of course, as you can see here, this would be typically Italian recipe, but it does not contain word Italian in it. So what I can do to achieve this task? Well, I can use vector search. This is a feature that arrived in RavenDB version 7. It looks like this. Here is a simple query where I'm searching over recipes, and I supplied following query to RavenDB, something vegetarian from Italy. Down here are top 3 results database returned to me, and you can see clearly that these are truly Italian dishes. But how is this possible? A word Italy or Italian does not appear anywhere in the title. Well, behind the scene, RavenDB is using something called vector embeddings. Vector embeddings represent numerical, semantical encoding of these titles. Built inside of RavenDB, we have BGE Micro V2 text embedding model. RavenDB will take each one of these 2 million recipes, send their titles to text embedding model, and text embedding model will provide back set of numerical values which are encoding the semantical meaning of each one of these titles. Because of that, I can perform semantical search, database can understand the meaning of the words, and I will get back Italian recipes even though the word Italy is not contained anywhere within the titles of these recipes. What would I have to do without such support from a database? Well, if I'm using some other database, I might have to install plugin, and I would have to do some programming. Typical programming cycle would mean that I need to extract these titles, send them back to some kind of external API that is providing text embedding model services. I would have to receive back text embedding, vector embeddings, and I would have to store them in the database. And on top of that, database would have to provide vector search comparison to determine closest terms. All of that is not needed with RavenDB. I can perform the whole cycle within the database, and the best news is this all happens automatically. As you can see here, automatic index was created. This automatic index processed all 2.23 million recipes, stored their vector embeddings inside of the database, and then when I perform search for a term like this one, it will also be encoded into vector embeddings, and closest matches will be located. So now I can go and cook my Italian dinner.